Guys, welcome to the show. It's you
Hey,
boys.
everybody, what's going on? Happy
Wizzle
St.
wazzle.
Patrick's Day yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. You guys feel sufficiently Irish enough to listen to our show? Not ye old.
Well, now it's
Oh, SonsOfVidya.
now it's St. Ivan's Day, so everyone has to nod politely. No, you should nod politely at me because I'm Russian.
First of all, I didn't know that. Second of all, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
the
all
holiday
news
that
to
comes
me.
afterwards. Few people know about that.
Okay, real talk, is that actually true?
No, it's not true, but it sounded almost true. That's the beauty of it.
I really believed it. That's something you would have seen in one of your many Wikipedia studies. So I questioned it, but it could have been real.
No, I understand. That's the secret of a well-timed post St. Patty's Day lark.
It's like Boxing Day. Nobody cares. You know?
Unless you're Canadian.
Do they really care about it?
Dude, yeah.
I feel like as Philadelphian people, we should care about it because of Rocky and stuff, but we don't. Because,
Well, that's
first of all, I
true.
don't live in Philadelphia. That's the first part.
Yeah,
Both
you live in
the Space
Atlanta.
Station. Atlanta, Georgia, the dirty South.
Dirty South, D-U-T-T South. Anyway, guys, how's it going?
Hi, everybody. I want to quick talk a little bit about something we did just recently. A SonsOfVidya gaming event, I would say.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how we totally negotiated peace between Crimea and Ukraine.
I don't think Crimea
Did we
was
do that?
fighting Ukraine, but
Well, there's that Crimea wants to secede away from the Ukraine.
they sort of do. They're kind of having that done for them, I would say.
Well, there was a referendum that everyone thinks is pretty illegal, but something.
Well, no is the answer. Yes,
Well, what are you talking about? Because I clearly
did
don't
that.
know.
No, we were not talking about that. But, guys, we occasionally do something, occasionally meaning once before, do something called the
Technically
Sons
twice.
One Sitting Challenge, which is where we start a game and we beat it in a single night. We don't sit there
Yep.
the whole time. Do you have hiccups? Is that it?
No, I was kind of stretching there. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we do this occasionally, and people have been asking for it for a long time, and we finally got around to doing it, and we did have Resident Evil 4, which is one of our favorite games.
Round
But,
two.
I want to thank everyone who joined us on the stream at any point, and some of the people who were there the whole 8.5 hours, which is
Yeah,
outrageous.
that was nuts.
I can't believe anyone did that.
I think we had two people.
Who lived the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was a nice thing to be like having them there as our bros, you know? It was a good experience for me as a video game guy, I would say. You know?
I know the problem is I kind of want to do another one soon.
I was going to actually ask you about this. I have a few questions kind of relating to it. How fast do you think you could beat Deus Ex Human Revolution?
If I just do like story stuff, I could get that done. I want to say 7 hours,
You think so?
maybe a little shorter than that.
I think you could probably do it faster than that.
I'm giving 7 hours as the long guesstimate, the long con.
Because I've done both of them so far.
You've done all three.
We only did 2. Oh yeah, technically 3.
Yeah.
We only had 2 announced ones.
Well,
so
yeah.
to speak.
I feel like that's the secret. That's why I like the first one so much.
Yeah, because it was a secret one.
Because it was impromptu. Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, we had 3 then, or we've done 4 because we did Agent Under Fire in a day.
That's what I was talking about.
I was talking about Super Mario World.
Oh yeah.
We also did that in exactly one night because we were like bored after probably eating a ton of food or something.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about Super Mario World. So we've done 4. Awesome.
Nobody knows those first 2 are our thing.
Yeah. That's why I was talking about Agent on Fire.
Yeah. I was not, but now that I'm thinking about it, that was also fun.
Well, my dream, my heart dream, is you doing Metal Gear Solid 2.
Which is going to happen. It's going to happen.
That's what I want.
But it's going to... See, I really prefer doing it for PC games that we have kind of stability with recording on is all. Which is... It's not the game's fault. It's my fault.
No, I definitely understand
The
that.
recording system's not as hot for console games. But I'm trying to think of things that we could have you do because I really, it would be awesome. But I'd have to learn how to sit here for 8.5 hours. I would say that
Yeah, it's tough.
8.5's probably at the higher limit of what we can do.
Yeah,
that was intense. That was a little intense for both of us, I would say.
Dude,
we didn't think it would be that long.
Devil's Cartel felt like it was that long.
That game was like 16 hours long or something. Seriously, it like never stopped being.
Well, because the worst part is that we like totally tricked ourselves into thinking that we were almost done at a certain point, and then we weren't.
Dude, but that's kind of what happened with Resident Evil 4 because we're all like, "Oh, the island, it's one chapter."
Yeah, that is true.
Literally, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours, which like the first two chapters only like maybe 2 hours each, and then you know what I mean? It's like double the length for just that one chapter, and it sucked. Also, it's easily the worst part of the game, like by 1,000,000%, because it's not the castle.
But we did. I think we got something special out of it. We got Warriors, which I still think is good.
I'm a little upset we couldn't think of any other funny ones, but that was clearly the best. Guys, I'm not trying to tease the videos, which will be out it's 21 videos we got out of it. It's going to be out over the course of a month, I think, or actually over a month. Yeah. But it's really, really funny. It's really good. We have a lot of funny stream questions. We have a lot of funny and cool people on the stream who we talked to the whole time. Some guy from where is he from?
Dubai.
Dubai talks on our stream about how he drives certain cars and stuff, and we talked to him for a little bit while playing Resident Evil 4. It was really, really fun, and it was really cool. I'm glad that we got a good experience with the streaming thing, because we really didn't have... It was more of an inconvenience for some things lately.
Yeah.
But I felt like for this, it really worked
It was worth it this time. It was something special.
I feel like it's possibly my favorite one-sitting challenge we've done, just because I felt like we had more people on the couch with us, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely get that.
And I want to ask you, how do you feel about Resident Evil 4 now? Now that we've sat through it again, does it still stand up?
Oh yeah, I think because like the parts that I thought, it's not like I thought any new parts were total nonsense. Like the parts that I knew were going to be bad were still bad, but the parts that I remembered being good were good. It's not like I was like, oh, the tentacle fight wasn't as fun as I thought it was, as I remembered it being. Or, you know, oh, the last boss fight was more annoying than I thought. It was still, everything else was, everything kept in what I had remembered of it, you know?
Yeah.
I do feel like a little bit that it was missing because we didn't watch cutscenes, but I realized we were doing it because, good Lord, we had to get done.
Yeah, I wish I had watched a couple of them, but for the most part, you remember what happened.
The problem is we didn't watch the Your Small Time Saddler, and then we couldn't make jokes on that for the rest of the night. I feel was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I goofed that one apart. I meant to watch it, but I goofed up.
Oh, also, I rewatched the first episode today. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be plugging our own videos here, but I rewatched the first episode today. And when you're in the village, you totally don't shoot that one guy off the roof, and it makes me kind of upset.
I think it's because I actually go up and I fight him.
Yeah,
I go on the roof.
It's a lot funnier to just shoot him in the knee and then have him fall down.
No, it's tradition, too. It's tradition, and I goofed it up.
Anyway, guys. Yeah. So you should watch that because it's really funny.
Yeah, I was replaying it myself, and then I just happened to decide we should do it in a night for some reason. Because I felt like we could do it pretty fast. And I did beat my other time by almost 2 hours. Because I remember we got to the chapter I was at 2 hours earlier than what I got to, and I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half early, I think. Something like that.
Something like that. But then the game kept going.
But yeah, it didn't stop.
Do you remember 5? Do you think it's better? Do you think 4 is better than 5 still?
Oh yeah, I think. Okay, the thing is I don't remember 5 that much. Things I liked about 5, I did like the fact that it was co-op. That was fun because it made a lackluster game more bearable when we were playing it together. You know.
Yeah, totally.
Because like the Chris and Shava, they're kind of okay as characters, but like when you're playing as them together and like we're doing tactical things and backing each other up, that feels cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's something they kept in 6. You know.
Yeah.
Honestly, we probably should play 6 together at some point because we could probably get through it.
Dude, does Shava come up in 6?
I don't think so.
That seems weird to me.
I also think that's weird. I mean, maybe she comes up in a scene or something, but I have not.
Maybe she dies in a flashback.
Maybe. Everyone loves that.
That's what they do with Chris constantly. It's like, oh, and then Jill fell off of a house.
Up, and then she suddenly, she
fell off a ladder. Dude, do you think Jill and Chris ever did it?
Yeah. Probably. Maybe. I'm not sure. Probably.
They've got. You'd think so, right?
I feel like that's a juvenile assumption, but I feel like it's also a juvenile series, so probably yeah.
Yeah, right. That's the thing.
You know, like it's not like Capcom's making the world's most, deep game over there. So, getting away from the Resident Evil stuff, there's something I want to talk about with you, because we're both really excited for a game that's coming out today.
Yeah, it's out today. Assuming you and I are talking about the same thing.
I believe so. We're talking about Ground Zeroes, right?
Grunge Zeroes, yeah.
So, my question for you is, we talked about this before. I'm hearing that it's really, really short. I've had some people. I've read some people online saying it is essentially a $30 demo. That someone beat it in like 35 minutes. This was without doing any side things.
Well, that's what I heard as well. Is that it can be very short if you don't do like any side missions or anything like that.
So what I'm gonna ask here is for Ground Zeroes, is it possible that there could be anything that would make it not worth it for you? Like if it really was only 35 minutes, would you be like, oh, okay, well that was not worth my $30? Or would you be like, I finally got to play Ground Zeroes?
I don't know. That's a tough question. Because like,
my question is, are you a filthy Kojima drone? Which I know the answer is yes, because I am.
Well, the real question is that am I a filthy Kojima drone, or am I a casual gamer who can't appreciate like game art?
See, that's a good counterpoint. Because, I mean, it's not like you're getting nothing there. You're getting a pretty advanced thing. You're getting to see what the Fox engine's like. Is that what it's called? Yeah,
that's the new thing.
You're getting to see that. You're getting to. I mean, there is stuff there. It may be short, but they did lower the price. I mean,
Yeah, I'm trying not to be too. I'm trying just to keep my hopes up because I have read a few things, but like I've also read one or two articles that are talking about how like it can be up to 10 hours if you do like all the side quests and stuff, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little concerned. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it this paycheck or next. I might want to see how you deal with it first.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want anyone to get confused that I might not be excited for it, because I really am.
Yo, here's the you know what we could do, and this would be the rudest thing.
Don't even say. I know what you're gonna say. You should.
We could one sitting that.
See, that's way rude,
dude. No, because here's the deal. Imagine if I somehow don't play it until we do it, and then we experience it for the first time together.
Dude, we can't do that because we'd be rushing it.
Dude, we totally we kind of would be rushing it.
Because like even if it's not long, we would still be like, we got to get this done.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, I understand that. I definitely know that's not going to be like. I can't even say it's not going to be a full game, but it's just.
See, I just, I
also digitally it's only $20.
You can buy it digitally?
Yeah, totally can.
Well, that's a real thing.
Yeah, digital downloads only $20. Also, I didn't know that there's special missions for each of the like consoles. There's a special mission unique to PS3 and PS4 where you play as Classic Snake, and then there's a unique mission to Xbox and Xbox One where you play as Revengeance Raiden.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just read about that.
Dude, that's pretty cool. I'm still really really excited about it. But I kind of wish it was the full thing. I think we both do. Yeah,
well, because like I've been watching some of the trailers. This is actually something else I want to talk about. We'll probably talk about it a little bit second period. Yeah. I was rewatching some of the trailers, and like most of the stuff in the trailers are stuff from Phantom Pain, which guys is like it's the plant mission to Ground Zero's tanker mission.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was looking at some of the stuff for actual Phantom Pain itself, and it looks really cool.
Do we have any idea when Phantom Pain's coming out?
No, there's no date given. People are saying late. People are saying maybe Q4 2015.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's really far away.
Okay, so
do I really want to rush out and get this thing to have this feeling of of even more wanting of this thing that I'm not having for 2 years. I've already been wanting it for 2 years.
I know, but just,
Like,
I like being able to have a taste.
dude, it's gonna be the cruelest taste, though.
I know, but I'm gonna have other stuff to deal with, man. It's not gonna be like, oh, it's not like it's the only video game I'm buying this year, you know.
Listen, how long have we been waiting for this already?
Although secretly, it might be the only video game I'm buying this year because I can't think of anything else I really want to get.
You could start getting into Dark Souls.
Well, I feel like I'd want to play the first one first.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Although there's definitely no contingent, like...
Well, I do realize that. There might be a passing reference, but, like, that would probably be...
I'm not even sure about that. Because I don't think they ever reference Demon Souls in Dark Souls.
Yeah, but I could see that because that's not...
Yeah, I see. They're not...
Dark Souls wasn't Demon Souls 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing is, I was... guys, you may have also seen it, but I was really happy to see that Yahtzee recently reviewed Dark Souls, like real recently. How long has it been since you watched Zero Punctuation?
Quite a long time.
It's still really good.
I can't remember the last review I watched.
Yeah, I've been like binge watching it a bit, and it's still just as good.
Yeah, I bet. That's one thing that never really seemed to decline in quality, which I appreciate.
Yeah. I mean, Yahtzee, his jokes can be kind of formulaic and kind of samey sometimes, but guy's got a lot of funny stuff to say. It's just good videos, but...
Well, the thing is, like, even if I don't always agree with his points, the videos are at least entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I would say, too. And maybe some people will be like, oh, no, after blah, 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 he really got a lot of blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, whatever. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is he recently reviewed Dark Souls because there's nothing out in, like, January. Yeah. And he found that he, like, really, really loved it, which I found to be reaffirming to me.
Yeah, I like that.
I didn't require that.
I never played it, and I like that.
Like, yeah, because first of all, I wish he would go back and replay Demon Souls then, because it's the same concepts. Because like the first one, with Demon Souls, he like didn't play it at all. He like got to 1-2, where he then that's World 1, Level 2, guys.
Yeah.
Where he then decided that because the game wasn't letting him progress this way, that it was unbeatable or whatever, which was him not exploring how the game works. But Dark Souls is a little more straightforward in some regards. So I don't know. I would like to see him do that, but he has never done that in the history of the world, so I don't think he will.
No, not very likely.
But it made me happy to see that, just because But I'm a little worried about Dark Souls also, dude. My new or Dark Souls 2, I mean, my new thing that's really been a struggle for me is to basically avoid all game forums because I don't want to see anything about Dark Souls 2.
Yeah,
I see screenshots and I'm like, how dare you guys even give me any image of what could happen in this game?
How dare you sully my eyes with this image?
I have to avoid every place I usually go on the internet, like for real, because I just can't. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see any of it yet. I want it to be completely new. Here's
the rudest question: which do you not want to see more? Do you not want to see Ground Zero spoilers or Demon Souls or Dark Souls spoilers? Which one do you want to avoid more?
Dark Souls 2.
Really?
Yeah, because first of all, it would suck to have Ground Zero spoiled. But the short version is I already have an idea of what's going to happen in Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I mean, you don't know the depths of it, and Phantom Pain too a little bit, but like you don't know the depths of it, but you have an idea of what the final conclusion will be.
Yeah.
Whereas Dark Souls kind of operates on an air of mystery and like.
Well, especially Ground Zeroes, which they've advertised what the ending is going to be pretty heavily. Because that's like one of the key selling points of the game.
See, that's one of the worst parts too, is that I'm going to be like, I'm working towards this disaster, which will not be not be resolved for 2 years now or whatever.
Dude, but that's what happened in Crisis Core, and you love that game.
Listen, that was a very good thing to bring up because I really love that game. God,
yeah, you knew it was going to happen, but you still played it.
Maybe that's what's going to happen to me with Ground Zero, is that I'm going to forget that it happens. Because when I played Crisis Core, which is, guys, it's Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the PSP. It was a prequel to Final Fantasy VII.
I'm not even sure you could call it a prequel. I think it's just like yes, it is a prequel, to me, it always just seemed more of like a standalone game in the Final Fantasy VII world. Which, by the way, they should do more. Oh, dude,
it's like a prequel side story.
Yeah, I would say that. Did you read the one thing where like the guy who created Final Fantasy VII was talking, and he was doing an interview with somebody, and they asked him like, "Oh, would you ever consider doing an HD remake of Final Fantasy VII?" He's like, "Absolutely, as long as Square doesn't do it, because Square is total garbage right now." And like he like totally was bad mouthing Square the whole time. And then the guy was like, the interviewer was like, "Are you sure you should be saying these things?" He's like, What are they going to do? Fire me? It'd be like firing Minamoto from effing Nintendo. It's not happening." It made me really laugh.
That's really funny. That doesn't happen that much in Japan too, where they're all like, corporate friendly and stuff.
Yeah.
That's real funny. Listen, let's give him a little more on the second half. Okay?
Let's give him some breathing room. Yeah.
Guys, we'll give you some more entertainment in just a few minutes. Guys, whoa! It's another thrilling episode of our show. I'm not in love with the sounds you're making right now.
Guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Round 2.
Round 2, guys. Have you been properly rested from that song? Are you ready to be rebirthed in a baptism of?
No, I don't like this. I don't like this
it either. You need to save me from
We're in
these
too
things.
deep. We're in too deep.
I don't know why you're letting me live with this crap. It's hard. It's really hard.
Guys, before we took that fantastical break, we're talking quite a bit about Ground Zeroes, which came out today. And
Neither of us have played it yet. Don't get confused.
I'm probably already playing it.
You're probably playing it as you're listening to it.
As you guys are listening to it, yeah. But no. Here's my real question. Tom C., you're a guy who likes video games. This is a rumor I've heard. I've heard that as a rumor.
Right. Well, I'm here to tell you, totally unsubstantiated.
Wow.
Not true.
Well, that rumor, if true, which you are denying.
I will fervently deny it to my grave.
But that rumor, if true, means that there are video games that you look forward to when you hear that they're coming out.
I'm looking forward to some things.
Yeah. So here's the key question: what do you do? How do you wait for a game? Do you are you a kind of person who does the research and you watch the trailers 18 times a day?
We've talked about this before. It's the thing about me is I purposely try and keep myself in the dark about everything, and this is for a twofold reason. One, because I like to get I like to experience the whole thing. And 2, because I'm less disappointed than other people seem to be. Because it sounds weird, but I remember everyone was complaining about certain things about BioShock Infinite that I didn't even know was supposed to be in the game because I literally never watched the trailer for it.
Yeah.
Because you were because I remember reading this thing was these things were supposed to be so much smarter. These enemies were supposed to be this. This plasmid was supposed to work like this. And I was like, oh, well, it doesn't. So, okay. That's not how it was, and I didn't have any notions that it would. Because also, when I'm playing a game and I get to a part that was shown in a trailer or something, it's then less interesting. It's kind of like how if you see a trailer of a movie and it's all the funny parts,
Yeah.
It kind of ruins it for you, because you're like, oh, and then nothing else was that funny. So I never look at anything like that. And it's actually kind of an issue in quotes, air quotes, as big as I can make, because one of my favorite YouTube guys, Epic Name Bro, is doing Dark Souls 2, and it's literally the week it came out, and I can't watch him do these videos that I absolutely love because I'm not going to spoil the game for myself at all.
Yeah, that's fair. But I get that also. But on the other hand, and this is going to sound weird. I apologize to everybody at home.
Apologize with all my heart.
Apologize with all my heart. But I feel like how do I want to say this? I feel like trailers there's kind of a responsibility there, like for developers, between the gamers. Like when you put a trailer out, I get the fact that it's just supposed to be like a whole thing where it's not the actual game. It's just supposed to wet your whistle, and you're supposed to get in on it and be excited for it, but it's not necessarily what's there. But I feel like, on the other hand, to make a trailer of something and have it be like completely and totally different from what the end game is going to be, I feel like that's irresponsible on a game maker's part. And I feel like as gamers, it's important for us to like make sure that the developers are held responsible for when they put out trailers to games that don't end up being made and are totally different from what we were promised. Does that sound weird?
I don't necessarily agree with you, but I understand where you're coming from. Because sometimes for movie trailers, it'll be edited a certain way to make it look like something's happening that doesn't necessarily happen.
No, that's the funniest part.
Like that happens actually kind of a lot. There'll even be lines that are specific to trailers and not for the movie.
Yeah.
So I can't necessarily agree with it because it's pretty common to not do that. I mean, it's kind of irritating sometimes, but especially considering that games are a different medium where you actually want to do the things you see.
Yeah.
But it's just, in other stuff, that's not really how it works. So I don't think they have a responsibility to do it. I think it's kind of a douche move if the game then sucks way hard when the trailer looks really rad, but I have not any experience of that happening. But if I did, I'd be so mad.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not...
It's also the reason why I don't watch trailers, because I don't get that. That never happens to me.
Yeah, but that's what I was kind of talking about. It's kind of a responsibility to watch trailers.
What you want me to? So I should go back in time and watch. Right now, I should go watch a BioShock Infinite trailer that was out, and then be like, well, this and this and this wasn't in it, so my opinion of this game is now less. No,
that's not what I said. You're twisting my words.
I'm trying to make you look bad. Everyone knows it.
I know,
dude. The favor of people like D Marks over Tom C is dangerously in your favor right now. So I have to besmirch you. God, I can't even say words.
You have to de-smarch.
I have to
smarch weather
you until everyone loves me again, and I'm working on it.
Well, at least I know what you're doing, so I can try and stop you. But I really don't care that much, so I probably won't.
Good.
So you're probably gonna win. So congrats.
I feel pretty good. I will now stop trying. Anyway, I tried, dude. It's just now it's a really big issue that I have to wait this long for effing Phantom Pain. That's a really long time. Are you sure it wasn't Q4 effing this year?
No, but maybe it's Q2 next year. But who knows?
Even that would be better. Because, dude, when I'm in 2015, Q4, I'm going to be 165 years old, man. I'm going to be too old to enjoy it.
You're a solid snake in it.
For real, dude.
Advanced gening.
It's true. I don't know. Because what ended up happening in real life for me is that the way I deal with being really excited for something is I try to not think about it, and that's essentially what I'm doing with this. I'll try to not watch a trailer and grind myself through it and rub it in that I'm not playing it yet.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. But on the other hand, I enjoy the anticipation of, kind of expecting something and because one thing that I enjoy is kind of forming my own perceptions and having those perceptions challenged.
I mean that's your thing, man. You can enjoy that, but I still am excited for the things I'm excited for. I don't have to rub it in. I don't have to tease myself like that. You
don't like being teased?
Not by myself. I just want to give it up to myself.
Dude, but where's the fun?
Listen, there's no fun. Nothing's fun. We're not here for fun. We're here to play video games.
No, you didn't have to say that. Just nothing is fun.
Nothing is fun. Period.
Nothing is fun.
But that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
Dude, totally off topic, but speaking of things that that you told me about and I had never seen or watched and still haven't, but I've heard because I've been on the internet. Do you see that the Twitch Plays Pokemon thing? They totally went to fight they went to fight the Elite Four because they're on, I guess, Crystal now.
No, they just beat the Elite Four because they're playing Gold and Silver. I think actually, yeah, Crystal.
Yeah, they're playing. They're doing Generation 2, whatever that is.
I think it's Crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, they beat the Elite Four, and now they're being the old champion. But the people who run it made a mod in such a way that it was all the Pokemon that they won in the first game with.
Yeah.
So like they're totally getting rocked by their old team, but everyone's really happy because that Bulbasaur is back.
I think they finally won. Don't quote me on that. I think they did. But they were getting completely trashed by their Zapdos, who was like, because a lot of the Pokemon they had this round were weak against stuff Zapdos was good against. Also because Zapdos is an incredibly good Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I saw theirs was like level 83, which is super high.
It might be higher than that. But
it was really high.
Their best Pokemon is a water type. Then their second best Pokemon is a flying type.
Is a dead type.
Yeah, so they were getting completely were getting sweeped by their very first enemy Pokemon, which is really funny. I think they beat it. Don't quote me on that. I have never actually watched this even once. I just kind of read up on it after it's done.
Yeah, I haven't either. So we're all together.
But I wonder what they would do next. I mean, I guess they would go to the following ones, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna milk this for as long as they can. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's super. It's like the most popular thing on the internet.
Okay, I just finally looked. They did win about 2 days ago.
Okay. Did they win with perseverance?
It was a 20-minute match.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's rough. I don't know. I feel like interest has diminished for that, but not like pretty substantially, but not that much. Because there's still like 10,000 people playing it.
Yeah, which is a lot.
The only event that could possibly rival it was us playing on the one sitting challenge.
Yeah, well, I think that's the reason why a lot of that interest went away, because we were playing, so everyone was like, time to watch the Suns.
It was also the 3-week pre-show that everyone was attending before we got there.
Yeah.
That was a lot of people just sitting around talking about how excited they were. Dude, it was good, though.
I'm really happy that we staged that event.
Yeah, it was really good. That was a good... guys, I know we're talking about it. I'm still excited about how much fun that was. Because like even though it was kind of rough, I still had a good time doing it. And I didn't have such good memories of doing the BioShock one for whatever reason. But I think it's because I just like Resident Evil 4 more.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
I just really love that game. I don't know. It just feels the stream really did help. I'm gonna keep saying it. Stream was nice. Stream was real nice.
I believe it.
Anyway, I don't know. Have you been playing any games recently? I don't actually know what you're up to over there.
I have not been playing as much just because, like, I'm not really in the mood for anything. I just want Ground Zeroes to come out.
Oh yeah, you're holding up on that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing not a whole lot. Because like the thing is, I've tried playing a few games, but like every time I like get started, I was just like, I'm not in the mood for this right now.
Yeah, that's a classic problem when you have a zillion games to play.
Dude, I played some AoE 3 for the first time in a while.
Really? We've actually been doing some matches lately where I've been getting totally stomped.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Finally found a mod that allowed me to use my 3 monitors correctly, like in a way where it doesn't look like garbage or just do cloning. So that was exciting because now I actually have all 3 screens viewing the stuff. So it's like super not that helpful, but neat.
It's real neat. I felt good because like I just did a real quick, fight as the Brits, and I played a hard Indians, and I totally stomped them.
Dude, I was happy I actually won as the British the other day against our 2 bros.
2 bros.
2 bros. Guys, I actually recently bought a game that I was looking for a while that we always kind of wanted to try. We're big fans of Gundam, as we've talked way too many times about on the show. And also, we love Dynasty Warriors, which we've only talked about a few times. So it made sense to try out Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3.
I'm not following you. It doesn't make any sense.
It made sense at the time.
Think about your words next time before you say them.
I feel like I really drew a pretty obvious conclusion here. But anyway, so we, I went out and I had to find it, which I couldn't find it at most stores for whatever reason. And I wasn't expecting that much from it, because it's been out for maybe 2 years, but like, it always seemed like kind of a dopey concept because Gundam stuff is... The reason why Gundam is so good is because it's a little more realistic as far as mecha is concerned.
Yeah.
And so the idea
It's the realistic robot genre.
So the idea of just, like, being a big mobile suit and, like, trashing a bunch of other robots, like, in a way that was, like, not really the feeling you're used to on the show or, like, the concepts of the stuff, it was kind of like I was in no rush to play it. But I figured, whatever, I just want to see what the suits are like and stuff like that. And so I decided to get it, and I've really been enjoying it, I would say.
Yeah, we played a little bit the other day. Tom C and I did together,
Yeah.
and it was fun. I'm not sure if I would buy it though.
Yeah, it was only $30 used. It might have been less than that, but it's a good way of wasting the time. That sounds weird, but it's got, here's the deal. Okay, it's somehow more repetitive than most Dynasty Warriors game, which is what I told you. It's because they reuse stages an extreme amount, and also the missions are not like static; they are dynamic for whatever reason.
Well, the thing is, I don't think you can really say that they reuse stages because for that you have to have more than one. I think there's only one stage.
Okay, there's I think 4.
It seems a little high.
There's like a ground one, a snow one, a space, and actually some other one that's also on the ground.
No, I think they're all space ones.
But they made all the stages like way small, and like the bosses, like because in Dynasty Wars you had a story, you had missions that were always the same thing, and this made it so that there was a story or whatever.
Yeah, there's always some consistency, which I think you kind of need.
Yeah, but in Dynasty Warriors Gundam, the bosses are kind of randomly chosen, and like sometimes events happen that like make sense, but like for the most part, it's just like random stage, random boss. Here you go.
And they've proved before, and admittedly, this might be a different developer or publisher. Even though I don't really think there's a developer for Dynasty Warriors Gundam. I think it's just a game that like. I think it's a boardroom game. It's a game that's made by a bunch of chair people, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know what you meant at first, but now I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah. But, like, they proved that they can do it because, like, I really actually liked the way that the story mode in Warriors of Roche 3 worked because while it wasn't, like... Secretly, what I like the most is, like, when it's one character has their own story mode, and I realize it's hard to do when there's, like, 70 characters in a game.
Yeah.
But I like the way they did it in Warriors of Roche 3, where it was one story mode, but like it made sense how everything was progressing, and eventually you're essentially gathering this huge army of heroes, and I liked that. I didn't get a sense of that in this one, though.
No, it's because it's not really there. There's like a story mode. There's like a bunch of story modes, but like the way you get characters is through this totally stupid system that basically is like encouraging grinding because it's not done through story or like progression. It's done through beating levels a certain amount of times with a certain amount of characters as your partner or your operator or whatever. And so it's just not... It's strangely made in a way that encourages replayability, but then just discourages it.
It encourages replayability while discouraging playing the game at all.
Because here's the deal. If you had told me, hey, there's this Dynasty Warriors game out, the stages are randomly generated, the enemies are randomly generated, and the bosses are randomly generated, I'd be like, okay, so it's just like a super long version of Dynasty Warriors where you get a bunch of random stuff and it makes you want to replay it. I'd be like, sweet. But the fact that the stages are so small and so easily beaten quickly makes you not interested in like a long haul thing.
Yeah.
And so the weird part here is I'm playing Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, and my complaints are not that it is a cheap hack and slash game that is stupid, but rather that it is... the level design is so poor, which is never what I thought I would say.
You're complaining that it's not stupid enough.
Like it needs to be stupid in the right way because there's like a million tons of content here to unlock and stuff, but the way they make you do it makes it uninteresting to do so. And it would have been so easy to do it in a good way. I don't know.
They could have. Here's what they could have done. All right, take Warriors of Roche 3 and literally just reskin it for Gundams and add new sound effects, and that's it. I would have been happy.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Because, guys, the way the suits look is awesome. The way they control is fun. And
also another big complaint that I have is the voices.
Yeah, some of the voices are off. It turns out, because we were a little upset by Domon Kashu, who's one of the guys from G Gundam. Turns out that guy became a doctor, and he refused to do the role.
Okay.
He was sought out, and he was too busy being a doctor. So that was fine to me. But anyway, no one expected this.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no one expected this to be like the world's greatest game, but it could have been better. Is all I'm saying. But,
yeah, I think that's a very fair assessment.
And I don't hate it. It's good. It's good for a cheap, casual, fun little thing to do for a couple minutes. But it's worth $30, I would say, because there's just a lot of stuff there. I'm a little annoyed that some of the suits I really want are DLC. I'm not really comfortable with DLC concepts for Dynasty Warriors games, just because so much of it's just reskin.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, it's another character. There's like 100 million. Why did they make this specific one DLC? Oh, because they would make more money.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, guys, speaking of things that could be better, our show, which is why you should email us. You should tell us what to do to make it better. You should tell us that we're wrong and it's already the best.
Guys, consider it our suggestion box that anyone can put into.
It will most certainly be viewed. We'll answer any question you got. If you want to, you could rate us on iTunes. It really helps us out a lot to be seen by people. It would be really, really terrific if you did that.
We like hearing comments on the YouTube, and by hearing, I mean reading them.
I actually have someone read them to me.
Oh, well, that's because you're blind.
Well, a lot of people don't know that. I was kind of ashamed of it.
Oh, don't be ashamed.
Did you know how common it is for people to be ashamed that they're blind?
I'm not sure if I do know that. I'm sorry.
I'm blind. I don't want to.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
To be honest, I didn't even know you were blind. I was making it as a joke. Now I feel really bad.
Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
But instead, let's talk about our world-famous
Speed reviews. Tom, this is the top 10 roguelike games. Number 10, ZHP Unlosing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man.
I'm giving this game a 10 out of 10 for the word unlosing being in the title. Anyway, Don't Starve.
It's easy. Just order pizza. I did it. 1 out of 10. Number 8, Risk of Rain.
You're planning your newest picnic for your favorite gal, and there's a risk of rain. How will you prevent it, or will you just reschedule it? 10 out of 10. Dungeons of Dreadmore.
Dungeons of Fred Moore is a game where you play Dungeons of Dragons with a guy named Fred Moore. It's alright. I like the voice acting for Fred Moore. It's done by Bradley Cooper. So it gets a 10 out of 10 for me. Number 6, Rogue Legacy.
Rogue Legacy is super duper fun. It's like Castlevania mixed with something else that's fun, but randomly generated. I would give it an 8 out of 10. NetHack. NetHack, I believe is pronounced, is a game where I assume you thack Nez? I'm not sure. 1 out of 10 for naming. Number 4, FTL, Faster Than Light. Why is that number 1? FTL, Faster Than Light is literally like a modern day classic. Probably, I would consider it like legitimately a perfect game. So 10 out of 10. The Binding of Isaac.
Not as good as FTL. Never played it, but I can tell you that right now. Not as good as the FTL. It's a 1 out of 10. Number 2, Dwarf Fortress.
Dwarf Fortress is right to be number 2 instead of 1, which I'm sure will be FTL, so I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Number 1, Spelunky. Wait, no, I mean FTL.
Oh,
because that's what it should be.
FTL is the best game ever. Legitimately one of my favorite games, and it's only been out for like 2 years. So it gets a 10 out of 10.
We did it.
Thanks. I can't believe it. We've done it one more time.
Go play FTL.
Guys, we'll see you later.